Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Starkey Farmstead. We're located in Greensburg, Louisiana. We're a 2-acre homesteaded property that we farm off of. Stay small, stay in. All right, so today's video, I'm so excited. I'm going to show you guys how to make money off of your farm, off your homestead, off of your hobby farm, off of your farmstead. So here's the principle that my husband and I are working towards. Every day, every week, every month, we are reducing the inputs onto the property. You're seeing more and more of our videos come out on how to make chicken feed. We have one upcoming in a couple of weeks on how to make hay on small acreage. Like, these are possibilities. These are things that you can do, guys. You really can do it. You can't do it on a massive scale. So everything on your property has to be an ecosystem, and it has to be a balanced ecosystem to make this work. If you get 1,000 rabbits on 2 acres, there's, in my opinion, no way are you going to really be pressed to feed those 1,000 rabbits without tremendous inputs from other areas. And that's what we're trying to do. As the supply chains just like literally derail themselves and the cost of things continue to go up, I'm not panicking, I'm learning. And as I learn, I want to share that with you. As we learn, my husband and I, because even though he works off property, he's always coming home pickling quail eggs and selling them. Okay, that's his new little side venture. And I have to say, it's already paid for every expense that we put into it, what he's made on it. Every expense, totally paid for, and the few things that he sold. So I'm so excited. But today what I'm going to show you is, I got a pretty big order that came in. They need 10 bags of rabbit manure. Now I put like 20 to 22 pounds in every bag. They need 25 pounds of worm castings, and they need 2 20-pound bags of compost. So I am pretty excited. Now, that's going to take a whole lot of this. That's why you see me back in these long sleeves again today. And I am going to smell wonderful when I get through with it. But I can tell you guys what, I'm reducing my input cost every single day. And now I'm putting outputs out, right? Lower what you're paying, increase what you're making. See that? You got to lower one, raise the other. Let's begin to generate money back. If what you're doing is constantly costing money, serious money, and you're making nothing, how are you going to sustain that? That's not sustainable. Things are coming, guys, where they're going to try to break us. Whoever they may be, we all have our opinion on that. Watch any of my videos, you already know who I think it is. They're trying to break us. Well, I got news for you. I come from a very long line of survivors. My family were immigrants. Your family were immigrants. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care. I'm telling you. I am telling you, your family were immigrants. So we all come from people who had to come here and learn how to survive. Even the first Indian tribes, they came from somewhere else too. We had to come here to this country and we had to learn how to survive. And they did it before YouTube. Of course, the death rate was tremendous. I see that still happening. So you guys hang in there. Today, it's going to be your first step in learning how to generate some income. I'm going to show you what type of bags I'm going to use. I'm going to talk about pricing with you. I'm going to talk about advertising with you. I'm going to talk about keeping your better customers happy, because they're the backbone to your small entrepreneurial desires. I'm going to talk about debt. Don't fall in traps that you don't need to fall into, guys. Do not let these people. I'm going to talk about how I got swindled. Well, I didn't get swindled. I basically gave away like $850 last year for advertising that did me zero. So I'm going to talk about things like that for you. Okay? The whole principle to this video is going to be never despise small beginnings. You have to start somewhere. You have to. You have to. Everybody does. Start as a baby, you grow into an adult. Every walk of your life. You start on a homestead. You start with a desire and little knowledge. Start a business, you've got to start it small to grow it, to baby it, to walk through it. Got to balance those budget sheets. So, hope you guys watch the rest of the video, and I hope it blesses you. All right, everybody, let me show you what I'm talking about. 6 mil bag, all right? Very thick, very thick. These bags hold 50 pounds plus of product for me. I multi-use them. It's another way I save money. I weigh out my bags. So if you buy rabbit manure from me, you're gonna get a 20 to 23 pounds, you know. As long as it's over 20, I'm happy. Pound bag of rabbit manure for $15. Worm castings, anywhere from 25 to 50 pounds in one of these sacks. And that's anywhere from $70 to $140 in one bag. Compost I sell for $12 a bag. And it usually weighs in about, I don't know, 18 to 25 pounds, depending on how damp it happens to be that week or day. So that's what I'm talking about. Don't let everybody tell you have to have different size bags. You have to buy this, you have to buy that. Here we go with the bugs again. Gotta love Louisiana, y'all. So what I have today is 5 bags of manure, 3 bags of compost, and a bag and a half of worm castings. You do the math on that. So let me show you something else I'm gonna use. Permanent marker. I'm not worried about stickers. They're coming to my property. I'm not spending any gas. It took me about an hour to bag all this up, okay? So an hour of my time is gonna generate, you do the math, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So now I'm gonna take this right here, and I'm gonna write what everything is on these bags. I'm gonna poke holes around the top of the bag with the worm castings, and I keep that inside the shop until they arrive. The reason is there are cocoons and live worms in that bag. If I seal that top with a zip tie, I'm gonna cut off their oxygen and they're gonna die. I don't want that. I want you to take my worm castings home and be able to inoculate your bed and even start your own bed. Put worms back into your garden. Remember, red wigglers are our composting worm of choice, and a red wiggler has to have several inches of compost and mulch to work through. They do not go into the soil very much. They are not deep soil worms. Those are earthworms. Castings are castings, but the worms are different. All right, guys, so I'm gonna write everything down these bags. I'm gonna zip tie the tops, and my customer should be here in a minute. So I'm gonna go do some business making Starkey Farmstead profitable today. Hope this helps. We get our bags from Uline, which you can find them online at uline.com, and you can even call them. They'll send you a whole catalog. They're amazing. We went through and found the 6 mil bags. We tried some different bags. We lost our money. They were so thin, they couldn't even hold 20 pounds of manure. It would just bust open. So after that little accident, we started going with 6 mil. It holds it, guys. It really holds it. I mean, it's thick. I say you can kind of tug it across concrete. My husband says that's not the purpose of it, and it's not. But I will be honest, you can take it and kind of drag it across your ground. I mean, I wouldn't advise that. If it busts open, shame on you. But if you can't carry that much weight, I mean, there are things that you can do with them that make it really just a good bag. Just a good bag. You have to multi-purpose things. If you get caught up, like I did, trying to advertise, I had a company call me. They're like, "Oh, we'll help you set up a website. We'll put you on Google Maps. We'll do this, we'll do that. Sign on contracts, $850, $69 a month." I paid that $69 a month 3 times, and at $850, and Google Maps would never find me because they had not mapped this far out. Website never got built. My bad. I didn't even get mad at them. I just canceled it. They tried to tell me I couldn't. I explained to him that I flat was going to cancel the subscription. I literally cut the card up. So, and then went and got a different card. I don't care. I mean, I'm just being honest. I felt like they knew I was a new business. They knew that my desire was to be an entrepreneur, and they really came after me hard. They're going to come after you very hard. You have got to pray about it. You have to sit down. You have to write it out. If you have to go in debt to build something, and the economy is the way it is, people are having trouble paying their electric bill. How are they going to support your new business with enough income for you to be able to pay your bills, the note on your business, and you still build your business? But if you start small, work hard, work really hard. It doesn't even matter if you want to build your farmstead, homestead, hobby farm into a business, but that you just want to be able to cover the feed cost, which, thank you God, we're phasing out of. But I mean, this one sale would technically have paid half of my $430 electric bill that I just paid in 1 hour, in one day. Do I get that every day? No, not yet, but I will. One day, if I can generate that much for other people and myself, because let me tell you, my garden comes first. So sometimes I have to tell people I don't have that much. I mean, I'm not going to overload my 2 acres. If you find somebody that's got a truckload of rabbit manure, they're mass breeding rabbits. And if they can generate that continually, then they're probably running antibiotics and wormers to their systems too. Those are just things to think about. Stay small, stay in. Find a local farmer, find a local homestead that you can go and visit. You can visit ours. The only thing I ask is that you please call me before you come, because if I'm doing business, or like this afternoon, my husband has a doctor's appointment, he's got surgery next week, I have a tour next week, you pull up in the middle of my tour, I'm gonna wave you like this and tell you to wait. I'm a point where you can go sit down and you might wait 2 hours because I've already committed to something. So you just need to like communicate, you know what I'm saying? Like pick up the phone and communicate with me. I'm pretty open, I talk to everybody. You can do this, guys. You can do this. You see how hot I am right now? I am filthy. And I still have a doctor's appointment this afternoon. I still have a chicken coop to turn and add more deep mulch to. But hey, this is the life that I chose. I am not complaining. But I tell you what, it excites me to know that I'm withdrawing myself from the economic world in the sense that I am buying less and less inputs and producing more and more product. So you guys have a blessed day. May God prosper everything that your hands touch. You cooling off, dude? Where's it at? Hi, baby. Hi, Atlas.